What's going on? What's going on? Can everybody hear me all right? Do I got sound? Are my sound? Hey Vanessa Harris, what's going on? I'm sorry. Um, I ain't talked to her in a minute. Um, are my okay? So give me a line, sir. Yeah, you online, Marquita? Um, well, hi. I guess if y'all can hear me, greetings from California. How you doing, California? KT said I'm having issues with my bell notification going away after I selected it and chose all. I don't know why it's doing that. YouTube is playing around right now. YouTube is playing a whole lot of games. So I hope they stop, but trust me, you're not the only one. The views on my video today were so low. I knew they would be low because it's not a trending topic, but they were about a third of my normal debuts for any type of video. So I think that's strategic. Um, YouTube just says, oh, people aren't interested in this video, but how would they know what's in the video? They haven't clicked on it. YouTube's just not showing it to everybody, including a bunch of people who click the notification bell. You can see if you have your notifications turned off from YouTube in your phone settings, but if you do, that might just be strategic on their part. They say they only reach about 25% of the people who do the notification bell because of phone settings, but I guess we can get into that a little later. I wanted to start off because so many people are missing this video right now, and I'm not sure what the reasoning is. YouTube says nobody wants to watch the video, but I doubt that. I wanted to start off by telling you guys a little bit more about, first of all, my new necklace. Bound by September actually made it. She's on my Instagram. Y'all can go check her out. She makes custom jewelry. Even like she does a lot. She's really crafty and she makes a lot of jewelry. She deals with crafting silver items. Like this is silver, this is silver, this is silver, this is silver, like solid all the way through. This is silver, it has a gem in it, a stone, if you can tell. Anyway, Bound by September made this African necklace, and I'm really proud of it. It's my new favorite piece. I put it on every day I can. I wish I could wear it at work, but I'm not allowed to wear jewelry at work. So anyway, I got my little DNA test back, and the three markers on the Africa are the three places where my DNA showed up the highest. So anyway, if you were wondering, or if you were going to ask about the necklace, that's what's going on with the necklace. It's my DNA, my heritage, my lineage, if you will. As far as I know those tests are arguable, but that's all I got to go on because I'm a black man in America. Anyway, I wanted to start off by talking about um, my YBSY sisterhood community. We're going live with our first private live, our exclusive live tomorrow. So everybody's been signing up today. I appreciate y'all. Everybody who has signed up. I appreciate anybody who's watched that video today. Again, YouTube hasn't done a hell of a job promoting it. But I appreciate everybody who's checked it out, either through my Instagram link or through my YouTube video that has extremely low views because it's not a trending topic. And I think I told on YouTube during that video, so probably pissed them off. Anyway, so my YBSY Sisterhood community, I wanted to tell you a little bit about it just in case you were wondering. Let me get my phone so I know I told y'all what I want y'all to know. And after we talk about this, we can get right into the questions. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but just in case you didn't watch the video. Anyway, my YBSY sisterhood community is just about having deeper conversations. Like I said, a lot of times YouTube forces us to feed you guys with milk and not meat. Not necessarily because you might not need it or not be interested in it, but because popular search terms are what usually drives the algorithm on YouTube. If I do a video on a deeper topic, something that women say, well, why don't you talk about this more, this more, this more? And I do those videos, generally I do them at a loss, or I do them at the expense of jeopardizing my traffic, because if you set a like a pattern of lower views, YouTube just starts promoting your stuff a little bit less. And so people always get in my comment section like, oh, more people need to see you. I wish you were more popular. I wish you were more. I wish I was too, but because of the depth that I put in my video and the algorithm that listens to every word that I actually say in my video, they have an audio detector. They know what's said in the video before anybody watches it. They've already processed it and caught the audio. So For the most part, if I'm not talking about a trending topic or something that's going to make them more advertising dollars, I'm thinking that they're not promoting those videos as much. If I do a simple video like how to tell if a guy likes you, that triggers the algorithm. I can almost go viral, or my version of viral, which is like 50,000 views in a week. I can get a shit ton of views by talking about something trendy like how to tell if a guy likes you, or something like that. But if I start talking about how to fix your relationship, or how to communicate better with your husband, or with your spouse, or how to protect your heart from this thing or that thing, it starts to slow down views tremendously. And they show them to less people. And then it says, oh, people are interested in this. When people are in fact interested, YouTube's just generally not interested. And that's kind of my perception of it. So I could be wrong, but I've watched a very discernible pattern with my deeper subject topics, and this one is no different. In fact, the video I put up today, almost no views in comparison to where I would normally be right now after about 10 hours. I usually average about 1,000 to 2,300 views an hour for the first few hours I put a video up. I think I don't even have 3,000 views on that video from today, and it's been up all day. At least for 8 hours at this point. So I'm getting a few hundred views an hour at this point, which just doesn't even make sense for my channel. I could put a picture up with no words at all and probably get more views than that if I wasn't talking about what I was talking about and I just titled it something trendy. So anyway, with that said, these videos on the YBSY Sisterhood will be just about having a deeper conversation, giving more substance to a very particular audience, a much more smaller and intimate audience. So if that's something you're interested in, if you're interested in step-by-step action plans to go along with the issues that you incur, if you're interested in life coaching as it relates to love coaching, because some people aren't really in a place in life where they can provide quality to a relationship, right? Or quality to themselves for that matter, or quality experience. They have a lot more hurdles to deal with as opposed to just jumping into a relationship. Self-love is an issue, self-work, self-mastery, self-awareness, all of those things that people take for granted that some people aren't presenting to relationships. I want to dig into with this Y Sisterhood community, as well as dating and, relationship advice. So like I said, if that's something you're interested in, the YBSY Sisterhood is something that you might want to consider. It's $10 a month. I know people don't like when I talk prices, but $10 a month is cheap. It's made with the people who can't afford much in mind. People who can't afford one-on-one consultations, or people who aren't comfortable with them, because a lot of people have social anxiety. I have a bunch of clients that I've been talking to for over a year. I've never heard their voice because they're too afraid to get on the phone, because they have legitimate social anxiety, not that thing that people say they have when they sleep with strangers and then say they can't talk on the phone, but real social anxiety. Anyway, if anybody has any questions about that, let me know. And I suppose we can get deep into this conversation. If it comes up again, I'll give you guys some more details. If y'all interested in hearing them, just let me know. I'm going to dig into this. Hi, Shay B from Buffalo. Finally caught me live. You did. I don't get on here live much. Look at that. Look, speak of the devil. I will be doing frequent lives on my YBSY Sisterhood community, but they will be structured lectures. They won't just be random answering 50 or 60 different questions. Excuse me. They will have a purpose, a very specific purpose to educating people about a realm of thought. So those lectures will consist of anything from life topics to love topics, to even ideas out of my favorite books. I think I want to do a Kev Hick book club for people who are willing to read and willing to ingest new information or different information. There are a lot of books that can be studied and lectured on that I want to really bring those ideas to people, because it simplifies some of the things that I want to talk about. So we're going to do some Kev Hick book club stuff. We're going to have some private lives that are YBSY Sisterhood invite only. And there'll also be weekly uploads of new videos that go a lot deeper and maybe a lot longer than I can get into on YouTube sometimes, without hurting my channel anyway. And so my YouTube will stay the same. I'll still drop y'all love. I'll still give y'all multiple videos, but the Y Sisterhood community will be a place where I just go a lot deeper and I get more into myself instead of some of the trending topics that I get just because people watch multiple YouTubers that say the same thing. Like, I don't want to contribute to the storyline of the love community. I really want to get into helping people that truly need the help and are willing to invest in themselves to get it. And if $10 is too much for you, like I said in my video, you may want to start watching the finance genre or the investment genre to get yourself in a better position to get yourself a financial plan, because it's never good to start a relationship from a place of desperation. You don't have two $5 bills to scrape together. You don't want to be jumping into no relationship because you're going to be completely financially dependent on that man. And I talk to a lot of people too broke to break up. And so you never want to be in that position. Anyway, we'll try to get back into these questions. Um, somebody said, I want to help. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, but if you want to help me, people always say how much they're thankful, how much I've helped them, and I appreciate that. But what's better for me is that you share my videos, or you share anything I'm promoting. Like this week, I'm promoting, and I've partnered with a company I believe in quite a bit, like a lot. Like y'all know me, I'm big on sexual discernment, right? Making sure that you're not spilling your sexual energy in the wrong places. And STDs and STI awareness is huge for me. And I finally partnered with a company that represents that same idea and believes in that. And I want to really raise awareness around knowing your status and getting tested. And this company does home testing, so it takes the awkward out of testing, which is the reason why most people won't go to the clinic, because they don't want a stranger all in their personal business or all over their privates, to be quite honest. So this company allows you to just do it at home, take your own samples, send it in, and an accredited lab with real doctors and real nurse practitioners will call you, contact you, and give you a consultation. And in some cases, they can even get you a prescription over the phone sent right to your pharmacy. So a lot of the fear and anxiety that people feel around STDs or STD testing is alleviated because they don't have to come out of their house to do it. It's damn near completely 100% delivery. And they test everything. They test for thyroid stuff just in case you're having issues losing weight. Sometimes your thyroid is under functioning. I know a lot of people who have thyroid issues, and you can test your thyroid at home. You can test your cholesterol. You can test for STDs, STIs, your vitamin D. You can test for all kind of stuff. So if that's something people are interested in, I can drop a link, my personal link in this video. I'll do it in the description after this video uploads. But if you want to just go right now, it's let's get what is it? I think it's let's get tested. Let me look it up. I'll look it up and let y'all know later, but I think it's letsgetchecked.com. Letsgetchecked.com. Spelled correctly. Coupon code KEV20 gets you 20% off your whatever test you buy, no matter what it is. Anyway, I'm done promoting. But anyway, so if you want to help, share any of my videos. Like liking a video is great, but if you share one of my videos, it helps me a lot more than if you hit the like button. People hit the like button to save the video for themselves, but if you share it and you pass it to somebody else and they watch it, you just gave me a view, and I appreciate that. Somebody said add the link here. I don't know if it'll let me link it here. I'll link it here, but you got to put my coupon code in though. Let's get checked. I'm not the best typer. Let me see. Letsgetchecked.com. I don't know. Did it go in? Did it let me link it? Letsgetchecked.com. I don't know if it'll let me link it, but the coupon code is KEV20, KEV20. KEV20. I'll put that in the comment section too, just so you know. KEV20, KEV20 gets you 20% off of any of the tests you order on that whole website. Anyway, I'm going to try to get back into these questions. I'm going to get into the questions to begin with. I got a super chat. Thank you, Life of Cherry Jane. I appreciate you. Somebody said, is a hot and cold guy just not that into you? Yeah. If a guy's hot and cold, that means when he's cold, he's not really thinking about you, or he's strategically neglecting you. Either way, it's not a good sign. So if he's hot and cold, just leave him alone. He's inconsistent, and you're going to want consistency if you're dealing with a guy. Somebody said, I hope that answers your question. It's very simple, but you don't want to overcomplicate that idea. Just stop effing with a guy if he's hot and cold. Somebody said, you're a decent man, so thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. I like to think I'm decent. I think I had some coffee. I might be talking a little fast. Forgive me. The caffeine rushing. Somebody said, I love it. I'm in it for the book club. Yeah, I've been wanting to do a book club for the whole time I've been on YouTube. But I realize that it can get a little random with some of the concepts because I don't just want to talk about the book. I want to pick specific concepts that will help a woman in relation to her relationship decisions, and that would lead to a lot, again, low views, people not understanding what the concept of my channel is, YouTube not knowing where to put my videos or where to show them. Um, it basically lead to a dead channel. And while I do this for fun, and I would do it for free if I was a rich man who didn't have to work, I work 40 hours. So when I come home to do YouTube, this has to ultimately benefit me. And the YouTube ad dollars do benefit me. But if I start losing views and I get almost no ad dollars and I just did a bunch of work for no reason at all. So I haven't been able to dig into the deeper ideas a lot of times because it'll hurt my channel and therefore it'll hurt my pockets. And it turns this labor of love into just labor and just love. And right now, it does benefit my family. So I want to make sure that I keep it efficient enough that I'm helping people, but I'm also helping, again, my family. But the YBS Sisterhood community is a mutual exchange of energy. Like, it's $10 a month. So I know I don't lose if, I'm not even going to get any views outside of the community, but I know I'm not losing money by delivering more quality, more content, more step-by-step instructions to help people's lives. And so that's what it's about, giving people more. And I'm not sure I can do that for free on YouTube without sacrificing my views and a lot of time, because it's going to take a lot of time to break down some of these deeper ideas, these book lectures, this book club thing, and the step-by-step instructions. We got workbooks on there. We got life plans and stuff. So it's going to be a really high quality, in-depth environment when we get it rolling. But, again, people are signing up today. I appreciate everybody that signed up. Also, if you're one of my Patreons, I'm going to start talking in a minute about other stuff. But if you're one of my Patreons and you already pay, you donate $10, and it's a very small group. It might be like 12 people. But the 12 or 13 of y'all that are already showing love and giving me $10 on Patreon, if y'all already on Patreon, you don't have to sign up. I'm gonna find a way to get you free access to it. I'll invite you. I'll give you the links to those anyway. So just in case you already a Patreon, you don't have to sign up over there too and be giving me $20 a month or whatever like that. I'm not gonna play you like that. Somebody said, so Kevin, how does one get hold of you to somehow work with you? Yuri Sue, I'm sorry. She said, how does one get hold of you to somehow work with you? You can get hold of me. It depends on if you're talking about business or if you're talking about like counseling or consults. Or consults, not counseling. I'm not a counselor. But if you want to work with me and get a consultation, you can go to www.girltalkwithguys.com. That should be in the description box already. So www.girltalkwithguys.com gets you access to my website, which you can purchase email advice or consultations. After this community picks up, though, I'm going to probably get rid of email advice and just do consultations because emails take a lot of time. And I'm going to have to give that time to the people in the community and to creating more content so I don't have to cheapskate out of YouTube to put all my energy into YBS. I still want to serve YouTube the same way I do right now. So if you don't join YBS, it's cool. You just will get half of the content. Somebody said, I didn't get a notification and found out about this live because of IG. I told y'all YouTube be playing. So I want to, somebody say YouTube is a stepping stone. Absolutely. And I'm trying to get out of my job. I'm trying to do this full time. I know what I want to do with my life. I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about life coaching. I'm passionate about relationship coaching and dating coaching. I'm passionate about changing people's lives and motivating them to do the same. And so I don't want to spend another 33 or 34 or 35 years, whatever the retirement age is when I'm old enough. I'm not going to stay at that job. I'm trying to create an independence from that job through my other avenues. And while I already do very well, I have a decent job, so I have to replace a decent amount of money before I can just leave my job and do this more. But when I do leave my job, I can double up on all of my content, and that's what I'm looking for. Right now, I'm giving myself about 2 hours a day, and I'm getting a lot done with that 2 hours. But if I could work for 6 hours a day on YouTube and my other things, then it will be just so much better. It'd be so much more awesome. Somebody said 23andMe is not a good thing. The government trying to get more info. That's not private. None of it's private anyway, and it's not like we can rise up against a machine. people buy a bunch of guns thinking they're going to overthrow some government entity that's overstepping, and the government would just tomahawk missile anybody that probably got in their way. Any area code that got in the way, we don't have, as the people or a militia, enough power to stop the government if it did get out of the way. I'm not sure the government is malicious as we like to think it is, but I understand that they are collecting a bunch of data on people, and that's just, they got our data anyway. If you got a Facebook page and an Instagram page and a YouTube page and a Google profile, they got your data regardless. If you got an iPhone, my iPhone listens to me every day. Every day I say something stupid just to see if it pops up as an ad on my Instagram, and it does. I don't even have a cat, and I talk about cats for 5 minutes, and I get a bunch of cat commercials on my Instagram. So I'm gonna try to get into the questions. I'm all everywhere, but I ain't talked to y'all in so long, so I just appreciate y'all. Hey, Dale Holloway, I appreciate it. The necklace is super dope, bro. You should get one. Like I said, bound by September. She did actually. She works where I work, so I know her personally, and she can make you a necklace of your choosing wherever you come from. It's called the DNA Origins necklace, and so I don't care if you come from Germany, Ireland, Sweden, Rome. I don't give a crap where you come from. She can make you a necklace to represent where you come from. I'm 84% sub-Saharan African, so that's what this Africa's about. Necklace is the bomb. It absolutely is the bomb. Y'all should get one. Contact at Bound by September on Instagram. Check my Instagram out. I gave her at on Instagram. Y'all can get with her there, and she can make you custom jewelry. She makes custom jewelry for all kind of occasions. Excuse me. I'm gonna sip some tea for my voice get dry. My duck lips look really funny in the camera when I'm trying to drink water. It looks crazy. Anyway, Veronica Cabos. I'm sorry, Veronica Cabos. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate the love and respect. And yeah, I didn't get a question from you, but if you get a question, let me know. I'm gonna try to go up here. Okay, so I'm gonna dig into these questions now. Good evening. You're truly a blessing. I try to watch your videos every day. Oh, hello, LOLs. Why the video is buffering? That might just be your computer and your signal, because my signal is pretty good. Is it possible for two people? Oh, look, I'm in the questions now. Is it possible for two people to live together and not be together? Yeah, people do that all the time. It's called roommates. Now, roommates who have sex get very complicated very quickly. I've had a lot of clients start relationships and have very unsuccessful relationships when they start relationships with their roommates. To the date, I haven't met a person who has started screwing their roommate and it worked out for them. And I'm not sure, why. I think it's just the personality combinations. I don't think there's any, particular thing about being roommates. I don't think there's no science behind it, but I do know for a fact that I've talked to a lot of people who are on the phone with me because of their roommate situation, and it never seems to work out. Okay, so let me. Okay, so life of Cherry Jane. You got another super chat. Appreciate you again. Another €2 super chat. She said, "So when he blows hot, do I just ignore him?" Absolutely. When men are hot and cold, and they do that thing where they're all over you, generally they're overcompensating for the time they're not on you. And it's to make you feel more comfortable and feel more familiar than you should, because you actually have been dealing with their absence and not their presence. So when a guy blows hot, you completely ignore him. If a guy's giving you hot and cold, you just got to back away from that dude. You really need to shut him out. Like when people talk about no contact this and no contact that, it's usually somebody who's desperate talking about, I'm gonna never talk to them and I'm gonna see how they respond. It's really just a temper tantrum. In that case, though, when a guy is hot and cold, when he's hot, ignore the shit out of him. Give him absolutely no attention, no contact, and it's possible to get him to understand that his approach is wrong, because it could be strategic on his part. But if it's not strategic and it's his genuine response to you, then just never deal with him, because if he's hot and cold, And it's because that's how he feels about you, and not because he's trying to manipulate your response to him because he doesn't know any better or he was taught wrong by somebody else. If he genuinely feels hot and cold about you, then you will never probably be the type of woman that he falls for and stays with and commits to, because he's so on the fence about your value to him. So when he blows hot, still don't talk to his ass. Natasia Brooks gave me 99 cents. No question. I appreciate you. I appreciate you 99 cents. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Um, Let me see. I'm going to dig into these questions. Somebody said, we have an argument. Now he's been ignoring me. What should I do? I don't know what the context of your argument was. I don't know how long you've been dating this guy. I don't like tomatoes. I don't know what the hell. I don't like tomatoes. Tomatoes. Whoa. Damn. See, I don't know what's going on. It's because you do the capitals. You got capital, lowercase, capital, lowercase. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, so I don't like tomatoes. We have an argument. We had an argument. And he's been ignoring me. What should I do? I don't know the context of the argument or the type of relationship you got or how long you've been together. But I know when a man is ignoring you, it would probably serve. Hey, what's going on, Veronica Cabos? How you doing? Welcome to the podcast family, Elevate. We haven't been doing the Elevate podcast for a while, but we will start that back soon enough. Me and my wife had an Elevate podcast, and we was doing it. But she's in school, so it got kind of rough to do school work and exams and then do the Elevate podcast. But when we get some schedule clear, we jump back into that. But I appreciate you joining that. Love and respect to you, Cabos. So yeah, if a guy's ignoring you and he could be just expressing his ideas or talking things out, then maybe he doesn't have what it takes to handle the rigors and the issues and the troubles and the traumas of a relationship. I think people go through stuff all the time, and if for whatever reason a man isn't trying to fix things, but he's trying to teach you a lesson, and every moment seems to be a teachable moment for him. Instead of reconnecting with you, his focus is winning. Then he might not be mature enough to handle the structure of relationship that you are looking for, right? I'm not saying he's not shit. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying that his way of dealing with his emotional issues isn't conducive to a healthy relationship. So at some point, that has to be something you take into consideration. And Veronica Cabos, again, I appreciate you. Since you're a member, anytime I see your question, I'm going to try to answer you because you've been showing love. Let me see. Somebody said, thank you so much for your wisdom. You've helped me so much, Kev. Thank you. Again, if you want to thank me, I don't care what it is. If you want to thank me, the difference between a supporter and a viewer is a supporter will share my videos and a viewer will watch them. They might hit the like button, but supporters are sharing my videos or making sure that other people see me or sending them to people they think need them. Share my videos. If you're thankful for me, share my videos, and I appreciate that. I love people for sharing my videos. Veronica Cabo said, after meeting a guy, and she remember, man, she up there. She said, after meeting a guy, he really slowed down at texting and calling me. Why can't he have the decency to let me know he's not interested? A non-response is a response, Veronica. Non-response is a response. When a guy is not texting you, he's not calling you, and he's either maintenancing you, or he's breadcrumbing you, or he's just neglecting you. That's a response. That's him letting you know. Most people are inherently conflict avoidant. So yeah, it's not the most masculine thing or the most adult thing to do is to ignore somebody or to breadcrumb them. But that's what people do because they're afraid of conflict. Most people don't want the uncomfortable, awkward conversation of telling somebody that they're not the one for them, right? I've had a lot of those conversations. I've given them, I've received them. They're never a fun conversation to have. And some people just aren't men enough or women enough to have those conversations. And women ghost guys at the same rate as guys ghost girls. So again, this is not a man thing. It's just a people thing. People are conflict avoidant. They would rather disappear and avoid you and duck when they see you in public than just tell you, hey, me and you aren't compatible. I don't see myself enjoying the time we spend together. I'm not into you. Sorry. So I hope that answers your question, Veronica. Natasia Brooks, and I hope I'm not killing your name. I keep telling y'all I don't do names well, but I do well enough. But anyway, she said I'm highly attractive, pretty, and fine. That's what's up. I think that's a beautiful thing that you already know that about yourself, and don't let nobody steer you away from that. People hate confidence. I think that that's the most beautiful thing in the world. Self-love is the greatest superpower. That shirt is available on Teespring. Y'all can go check my Teespring store out and get that. I got a new self-love is a greatest superpower shirt up right now. In fact. And I'm about to do a coupon code. So if y'all want to check out my t-shirts for the supporters that's watching, y'all can do that. Anyway, she said, I'm highly attractive, pretty, and fine, but men won't approach me in public. Not surprising. She said, I only get them looking away fast. Do men like me, or are they intimidated by a beautiful woman? Men who don't know you and don't know they're welcome to you will be intimidated because you are a beautiful woman. Um, that's not uncommon, and it's not something that is something that you can't overcome. You just and somebody's gonna be in the comment section talking about you shouldn't have to smile at a man. He should be strong enough. Blah blah blah. But men hate rejection as much as women, and men get rejected at I don't know probably 4 or 5 times the rate as women. So sometimes a man is just tired of rejection and we see you, he wants you, but he just don't want to deal with it again because it's so disappointing every time you try to talk to a woman and she give you that bullshit about she got a boyfriend and she don't got no boyfriend because you watch her flirt with somebody else. Like it's just it can be a lot, and men deal with so much more than women give them credit for handling and dealing with and enduring. So you don't ever know who that is looking at you and what they're dealing with and what they've endured, and what their anxieties are. But just because a man's intimidated by you being beautiful doesn't mean he will stay intimidated by you. That's just his initial response. Listen, I'm a nice looking guy. Not to kiss my own ass, but I feel like you. I feel like I look good. I feel like I am good. I feel like I'm as good inside as I am outside. Like I love me. I'm my biggest fan. And I don't think anything's wrong with that as long as I use my power to uplift others and make sure that they understand that that's what's beautiful in them, is not so much different about, than what's beautiful in me. Anyway, the point is this. I've been intimidated by beautiful women before. I've been nervous when I've seen a woman before. I've forgotten my damn name when asked by a beautiful woman before. And it's not just, I've never been the type of guy that was too scared to try. But anytime I doubted a woman, or thought or was intimidated, I was intimidated by the idea that maybe she wouldn't see the value that I seen in myself. And so sometimes you meet guys like that who just don't know if you're going to say yes, and that bothers them because they don't want to take that L. But it has nothing to do with them being, small or not good enough, or not overall confident. It's just a beautiful woman does that. That's the effect that you have on a man. So smile a little bit more when you see a guy. Excuse me. When you see a guy looking at you or staring at you, try to show him some love. Show him he's welcome to approach you. Show him he's welcome to interact with you. Even saying hi, and that's as far as you do. You don't want to be kissing people's asses in public and running around trying to figure out how to impress guys and bring them to you. But you can say hi to a man. You can smile at a man. You can wave at a guy and just let him know, hey, it's all good over here. I'm not like up my own ass. I see you. I see your humanity, and I'm just acknowledging that a person is looking at me and I see them. To acknowledge a person's humanity goes a long way. Then it goes a much longer way than if you just look beautiful and look intimidating and don't say anything and don't smile at people. So appear to be a little bit more open, appear to be a little bit more approachable, and it generally works out. I have to make myself look a little bit more approachable, so I smile a lot sometimes, even if I'm not particularly joyful, just because I want people to feel a little bit more comfortable. If you're 6'2.5", 6'3", and you kind of muscular. Sometimes people assume that maybe I'm not as nice as I am. So I always want to make sure that I mitigate any issues or any misconceptions by just showing people love every time I see them. I don't care if it's a guy or girl. I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna shake hands. I'm gonna smile at them. I'm gonna speak. Hey, how you doing? Say, hey, how you doing, lady? I'm gonna let people know that I'm okay and I come in love. And when you do that, a lot more people gravitate towards you than if you just focus on looking your best and looking pretty. And you see a guy, while you might be posing, you still might be intimidating him, and that's not what's going to get him. Joy is contagious, so just appear more joyful and work on showing that part of yourself. Let me see. Oh yeah. Ash Hick just put, she said the Teespring promo. Kev 10. Okay, so this is Teespring. Kev 10 gets you 10% off and it expires on March 31st. So up until March 31st, if you go to my Teespring store, and we're putting about 4 more designs on over this weekend. So if you check it out today and you check it out Sunday, it'll be 4 more designs on there Sunday than there are today. We're finalizing a few things. So Kev 10, KEV, the number 10 is 10% off coupon code if you go on my Teespring store and buy anything up until March 31st. We're going to really start promoting Teespring. We're going to really start promoting YBS Love Sisterhood or YBSLove.com, Y Sisterhood, because I need to start doing this full time. I want to make sure that I'm helping as many people as possible. And so I have to start treating this more like a business. So I have to become more self-promoting, which is a little bit of a challenge for me because I'm just not that type of guy. I don't want to sell anybody on anything. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you kiss my ass. But I don't like selling, but I'm gonna have to start at least reminding people of ways that they can support the cause, because I'm trying to get out of my job and I'm trying to start doing this full time and helping people and changing lives, and that's what I believe in. Anyway, somebody said me and my new guy from Tinder only met once a week, which is Saturday for sex. Is he interested in me? Should I keep meeting him? I find him attractive. Okay, so I'm not good at hiding my facial expressions. Pinky La Ken. Listen, if you're fucking guys you don't know, now YouTube is definitely gonna demonetize this. But for really, if you're screwing guys you don't know, um, and that's all they're coming for, and he's not trying to have a conversation with you or spend no more time with you or go out with you, man, he don't give a damn about you, and you never require him to give a damn about you. And listen, I know some of y'all in this comment section get your Amber Rose on, your Hot Girl Summers on, and shit like that. But that takes me back to Let's Get Checked. Cause yeah, some of y'all getting screwed by a bunch of men. Y'all don't even know if these people got STDs, STIs, any kind of thing. Y'all having sex with people who y'all don't know the status of, and they don't know who the status of the people that they had sex with. And then nobody wants to go to the clinic and get checked. Everybody think they clean because they haven't gotten a call from somebody they screwed saying, "Hey man, you might want to go to the doctor." Listen, letsgetchecked.com, coupon code KEV20 gets you 20% off, and you need to go get checked. And he need to go get checked. And all of y'all meeting these men trying to figure out if y'all gonna go to the next level need to get checked. You and your partner can get checked. The damn test comes in 2 to 3 days, right? And you can send that thing. It comes overnight, and you can send that damn test back and get your results back and talk to a real nurse practitioner and get your prescriptions if you need them, or just get clearance so that you know the status of your partner and y'all can do it together. There's no reason why people should still be getting AIDS at the same rate they're getting AIDS by. You can't even go to Atlanta right now because so many people got HIV. Like if you hot girl summer in Atlanta, it's a problem right now. Like people are in danger. Yeah. So like y'all need to get y'all shit together and quit just screwing people for the hell of it. I don't understand that culture. So listen, no disrespect, and I don't mean to shit on you and make you feel bad, but you shouldn't be giving no ass to nobody you don't know. You can't have a conversation with. You can't have that conversation with him because you're not comfortable having that conversation with him. You know why? Because he hasn't made you feel comfortable. Because you have no intimacy with him. You have no vulnerability with him. You have no connection with him. Y'all just doing it. No, he don't like you. Like I'm almost positive he would have let you know that you were so important that you could have that conversation with him, and you wouldn't have to ask me. And damn, I'm not mad, and I don't even mean to shit on your idea like this, but y'all got to do better. So anyway, again, letsgetchecked.com, coupon code KEV20. Please get checked out and get your next partner checked out. And that go for any of y'all watching or listening. And if I put a video up, because I'm waiting for my test to come in, I'm gonna do an official review of my Let's Get Checked test. If I put that video up, share it. If you don't need to get checked, somebody else needs to get checked. And a lot of people are not talking about it, and a lot of people are too afraid to go to the clinic because it's very awkward to go get checked and have a stranger playing your privates or playing your private stuff. So like y'all just need to do better. And if I share that video, please share that video for people who need it, even if you don't. If it was a cat video, y'all share it. If it was some some idiots fighting over the last chicken sandwich I was shared. But anytime I share something with substance, I notice that people just look at it. They don't hit the like button and they don't share. That they think they're keyboard warriors because they hit the like button on some social justice crap. But this stuff right here, this is one of those keyboard warrior things that you can actually change somebody's life with. You can actually help some people, and you can actually help keep your dating ecosystem clean by making sure that people in it know their status. So if you're a keyboard warrior, share it, and it actually helps somebody if somebody gets the test that they need to know that they should probably stop having unprotected sex because they spreading stuff. Anyway, you find him attractive, that's cool, but you put the cart before the horse. There's nothing there, and if you want a relationship that's worth the trouble, you should probably get the emotional stuff and the intellectual and the spiritual and the energetic stuff established first. It just frustrates me how people put themselves in danger. And so, like I said, yeah, I got a little sponsorship with the Let's Get Checked people, but man, y'all already know what I believe in, and this is right up my alley. I turn down thousands, maybe $4,000 or $5,000 worth of sponsorship requests every month. Tech companies, pheromone companies, all kind of companies that have shit that I really can't co-sign, I don't believe in, and so I just don't bring it to y'all. Y'all notice I don't do a lot of commercials. I believe in this Let's Get Checked shit, so I'm gonna be riding with that shit into the sun, to the sunrise on my channel. So that don't even make sense, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Till the wheels fall off or whatever. Anyway, um, somebody said, let me see. Yeah, you just doing that. Good job supporting each other, and I appreciate that. In January this year, him and I started up something, but he's not in a position to open up to me. He's not been in a position to open up to me, so I looked away to see if he truly loves me, and I started posting up videos, and now he blocked me. Again, y'all lines of communication, y'all lines of somebody. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but y'all lines of communication aren't open enough. Like you should have my elbow itch. Forgive me. You should have more of a connection with a person, and you should know a little bit more about a person, and y'all should have a more vulnerability established, and more intimacy established in the way you communicate. That you don't have to play games. You can just talk to each other. And if you're screwing a guy that you can't have a conversation with, no matter how difficult or awkward, then the person shouldn't be seeing you face down, ass up, but they don't know what you're thinking because you're too afraid to tell them because y'all don't have that intimacy built. And I don't give a damn if I don't care what pro women's sexual empowerment person tells you otherwise. Some of these women are not really trying to empower you. They're trying to let you make the same mistakes they made, so they're not lonely in their shame. Some people are really hurting behind some of the decisions they make, and I have never met an older woman who lived that life that a lot of y'all living right now who didn't ultimately have some form of a regret about it. Right. So, just protect yourselves a lot better, and at least take an STD test, and know your status and the status of your partners if you're going to live on the wild side. I know I get on y'all damn nerves, but look here. I'd rather y'all hate me for what I am than love me for what I ain't. I'm not one of these dudes. I'm different. Somebody said, first of all, Avis Lewis, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. Love and respect. I feel like I'm turned up right now, but I don't think so. I think I just got too much caffeine in me. I've been drinking tea and coffee and energy drinks and shit all day. Forgive me. I got a drink. Hold on. I want to hit y'all with the duck lips. Anyway, Avis Lewis, she said, not sure where to join, but I want to thank you for the videos. You helped me, and I was hurt, but the knowledge was eye-opening. I appreciate you, Avis Lewis. You can join. I put it in the description box of this video. So I don't know if you see the description box right now, but it's ybslove.com. It's the letters YBS love, spelled correctly, .com. Now, YBS stands for your best self or Y bullshit. Whichever one speaks to you is dual purpose. Sometimes people bullshitting with themselves, and that's a truth. That's a reality that we deal with. So YBS is dual purpose, but it's ybslove.com. That's where you can join. When you get there, there should be a free sanctuary. That's for people who don't join, but want to be in the vicinity, and there are a few things in the free sanctuary, but all of the meat of it will be in the Wise Sisterhood, and it's $10 a month. You can join there. You can use PayPal or a credit card. So I hope that helps. Also, space is limited on that. Like, I have 175,000 subscribers I'm approaching. Um, I'm not trying to get 175,000 people in the YBS community because I want it to be intimate. I want to be able to answer people's questions. I want to be able to respond to people who support me. I want to be able to create content around the ideas built in that community. And I want those women to ultimately grow to a place of so much strength that they can help other women. The people that you know personally will benefit from you coming to Wise Sisterhood, because you will have some game, you will have some knowledge, you will have some more perspectives, deeper ideas than most people will share on YouTube. Again, because the YouTube algorithm kind of shuts it kind of slows your channel growth down when you don't get on the trending topics. And y'all know I don't be doing reaction videos and all of this. Oh, Nicki Minaj did this today. What do you think about this? And I'd be, a talking head talking that shit about somebody else. I'm minding my business, but there are some interesting ideas that we can pull from a lot of these current events. But I ain't no current event chaser, and I don't want to be chasing the next YouTuber. I'm not trying to be the next whoever you like that got more subscribers than me. I don't give a damn about all of that, and I don't even have the same dream to really be one of these guys. Like, I just want to help people, and I want to make a decent enough living doing it that I don't have to go 40 hours and work for people that I might not prefer. So that's what I want to do, and so. To each his own, but I'm not putting no damn uniform on to talk to people. Wear what I want to wear. I don't care about looking professional. I care about helping people. But to your knowledge, to your point, I appreciate you wanting to join, Avis. YBSLove.com. Wise Sisterhood is where you join. You click the link to start, and it'll take it from there. Let me see. Oh, it's all kind of people. It's all kind of people here. How do I sign up? I just said that. Somebody said you are providing a much needed service. You should have a price. Well, thank you. I think I should. I paid my dues, man. I've been doing this for about 3 years now, and hell, for the first year, I gave free advice out. I was giving free consults out. I was taking every single DM. I think the first year and a half, I was at 100%. I responded to 100%. Damn near of all of the DMs, all of the emails I got, no matter who it was. And like, I really paid my dues with the whole free thing. And so, while I still give free advice out all the time, y'all can ask any of my Instagram followers that's in here that I talk to for free, probably on multiple occasions. Should say something, vouch for me, but because I show a lot of free love. People don't expect to get a reply, and they get a reply from me. And I don't know why. Like, I think that if I can help, I should help. I just can't help everybody. I might get 100 Instagram DMs in a week, and or in a slow month in a month, but that's still a lot. I still got a job and kids and stuff. So, I'm always looking out for people when I can. VN said, thank you. What's going on, VN? I appreciate that. Look at that little emoji looking thing. What's that? That's all right. I didn't realize that YouTube was giving out graphics like that, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Somebody said, Kev, you have to read Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. What are your thoughts on that book? Or have you read? I haven't read Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. I seen the Think Like a Man movie. Hell, I can't really remember it at this point. I don't know a whole lot about what he discussed in that book outside of what I seen on the movie. There were some points, but I'm not in complete agreement with a lot of it. But I'm not trying to be the next Steve Harvey. Quite honestly, I'm a little insulted by how sometimes a brother be doing the same thing, and people just want to group you together like y'all got the same y'all got the same wave, and we on different waves. And I'm not insulted by being compared to a great man like Steve Harvey, but sometimes I'm insulted that every time I turn around, people can't see the nuances and the layers and the difference. And I'm not speaking specifically of you. I'm just saying that, all the references to other YouTubers and stuff, sometimes it can get a little bit exhausting, especially when that's never the goal. But for you specifically in your question, and love and respect to you, I'm not talking about you. You just reminded me of something that was on my mind. I haven't read the book. I think for what I'm doing now, I'm going to have to start ingesting a little bit more of this stuff, because people ask me about that, and I really want to have good answers, not rebellious answers like the one I just gave you. But I'll check it out. I'm still supposed to be reading Why Men Love Bitches. I got the book. I just I haven't read it yet. I like more life help books and things of that nature, but I'll start ingesting a little bit of the genre that I'm in now and figure out if there's any wisdom to it. I think there is, but I don't necessarily I never want to get to a place where I'm regurgitating information that I got from somewhere else, because in your subconscious things get embedded, and then you put out your thoughts, and your thoughts end up being a mirror of someone else's ideas that you ingested and didn't realize you were, regurgitating. And so I think what I'm working on is pretty pure right now. And while I might share the same views as other people, I know that I'm not being influenced at the moment. And that purity is very important to me. So I haven't ingested a lot of the think like a lady, act like a man, or all of that stuff. I haven't really gotten into it, but I need to start at some point. And somebody said, by charging people, you hold people accountable. Absolutely. I've learned that, like, people who want my free advice generally don't take it. They don't even value it enough. Like, I get a DM from somebody that says some stuff, and then I'll give them I give them love, and give them a DM back, let them know, about their situation is, from my perspective. They'll write me back like a month later, tell me they did the exact opposite thing I told them, and then they want new free advice. And it's like, now, when people are paying, they pay a little bit more attention. They hold themselves a little bit more accountable for the information, because they don't want to waste their own investment. There are a lot of benefits to people paying for certain services. And again, as a family man, I have a responsibility to my family to make sure they get something. So I'm not justifying it, because everybody's like, don't be justifying. We just having a conversation. I'm not gonna bullshit with you. Is it fair to say a man already did that? I'm gonna go to the bottom, and then I'm gonna come back up. How about that? Do not doing too much of anything, but when I say I'm done, he says, no, you're not. And I told him, you don't give me a reason to stay. Okay, so y'all hear that? The guy's not doing much of anything, and she says she's done, and he told her, no, she's not. And she said he's not giving her a reason to stay. Listen, if you got to beg a man to give you a reason to stay, you're never going to have that consistently. Even if he gives you a reason to stay this month or next month, he'll go back to his nature, which is neglective. He'll go back to his nature, which is minimalist. He'll go back to his nature, which is half-asser, right? Weak assness. He'll go back to that because that's his nature. That's his natural speed. There's almost nothing you can do to change a man's nature. If he needs to change and he wants to change, he can change it. But if he doesn't feel like he needs to change it, it's not his goal to change, then there's nothing you can do but complain and then let him resent you for your complaints. So don't ask a man to give you a reason to stay. If he's not giving you a reason to stay, then get the fuck out. YouTube is definitely about to demonetize us now. Damn it, I done said the F word twice. I think you get one free, and then after that, they done bloop. Somebody says super chat is not available to me. I'm watching from the Caribbean. Oh, shout out to the Caribbean. I may be involved in a radio project in the Caribbean where I could potentially end up with a radio show in the Caribbean pretty soon, because I was approached by somebody who has an affinity for the women in the Caribbean, and they really need some messages on a regular basis. So I may be doing a Caribbean project. I don't know. I haven't heard from that person this week, but that could be in the works. So shout out to the Caribbean. I'm sorry, love and respect to you, and forgive me if I mispronounced the Caribbean or Caribbean. I don't, tomato. No offense. Somebody said, me and this guy have been dating for 6 months. He has an ex that he's known for 15 years. He dated her for 8 years on and off, and recently he told me that he's torn between us both. What should you do? Unless you're gonna be a polygamist and a sister wife, get the hell up out of there. Like, what he been watching? Like Love and Hip Hop? I think it's like are you gonna be his sister girlfriend? Like, what y'all gonna do? if you don't want to be in a plural relationship, there's not a lot you can do because he's clearly already cheating on you or cheating on her or just having both of y'all at the same time. So if he's torn between you both, then he's laying you both down most likely. And if that's the case, you'll be sharing him forever because he hasn't made a decision. Um, you know, so I don't. You're gonna have to figure out how much you want exclusivity or how much you want him, and if you can get along with the sister wife, because it looks like y'all gonna be bunk bed mates if you don't remove yourself from that situation. And it's funny, man. A lot of times these guys don't even be all of that. They be bums, and women be fighting over these dudes, and I just don't be understanding. Listen, somebody can be rich, somebody can have $1 million in their pocket, but if they ain't got shit between their ears and they ain't got nothing in their heart, they are bums. And y'all need to quit fighting over these bums. And listen, I'm not saying that a man that believes in having multiple women is a bum, off the rip, but I'm just saying a lot of times these guys that women be fighting over and sharing be bums. I've watched like every good man I know has had his heart broken by some women chasing a bum. So I ain't really for it. Somebody said, uh, hold on. So I'm going backwards now. Hello, Kev. A guy says he didn't reveal he had a 2-year old for 2 damn years we've been talking for fear of losing me. Now wants me back after getting caught. Boy, bye. Yeah. If you can't trust your partner to go through the things that of their life with you, then the things that affect you will generally be secrets to you, and it takes a long time, or it takes a huge lack of integrity to carry that secret for that long and live a double life for that long. He had to be seeing this kid and visiting the kid and doing all of this behind your back if he's a good father. Now, if he ain't seen this kid in 2 years because he was just hiding it and couldn't be seen around the kid, then he's a deadbeat father. And no deadbeat father should ever be getting no ass from any woman. Y'all talk so much about how these men ain't shit, and then y'all screw all of the men that ain't shit. Excuse my French, but y'all like no dope dealer selling dope to his own people in his own community, destroying his own culture should be getting no ass. No rapper teaching everybody to poison their communities and kill each other should be getting no ass, period. No man who's a deadbeat, who's not taking care of his responsibilities, who's abandoning his children should ever be getting no ass from nobody, period. None of these dudes should be getting no tail from these women. And all of a sudden, when a woman gets hurt, personally, it's like, oh, he's a deadbeat, he's a jerk, he's this and that. Well, he's the same thing he was to his old family and to his other kids. Now he's just doing that to you. You had no business dealing with that man because he showed you he was a deadbeat with the rest of his lifestyle. None of these dudes okay, I'm about to start ranting about these. I'll punch one of these niggas in the face. Anyway, I guess I am turned. Man, caffeine affects me a little different. Denise D, thank you so much for your super chat. Love and respect to you. She said, "Is it a bad idea to turn down guys I'm really attracted to because I'm working on myself, losing weight, and becoming financially stable?" Okay, so it's a bad idea to turn guys down you're really attracted to if they're coming correctly because you're trying to lose weight, because you can do that and date. And sometimes a guy can jump on that train with you and encourage you and motivate you. But it's a good idea to turn guys down you're attracted to if you're not financially stable and you ain't got $5 bills to rub together at the end of the month. And it's definitely a good idea to get yourself together because you don't want to start a relationship from a place of financial dependence. So that is definitely a good idea to make sure that you're regulating your finances before you jump into a relationship where you start to depend on that guy's finances or his resources. So no to the weight loss thing. I think you can do both, and I think if a man loves you how you are now, then he'll just be more impressed as you lose weight and as you get into your prime form. But with the finances, yeah, you want to get your shit together financially before you jump into a relationship. So you might want to remain close friends or just be talking, but keep the sex and stuff off the table until you can really jump into the relationship. I hope that answers your question. So no to the weight thing. I think you can do both, but the finance thing definitely. But I understand the weight thing too, because you need to feel more beautiful and all of that thing, all of that as well. But if a man starts with you when you bigger, and it's not necessarily about your size, but where your self esteem is. If he starts with you when you're a little bit lower, sometimes it can be beneficial, but you never want your happiness to be contingent on what somebody else thinks. So I guess there are two opposing ideas that I agree with both. Some things aren't black and white. This is one of those gray areas. But if you think that you need to do that, if you think that your weight is causing you self-esteem issues and you don't want your self-esteem contingent on his acceptance, then definitely just continue as you are, turning people down, because attraction is one thing, but a deep connection, spiritual connection, that's more weighty. You're going to be attracted to all type of guys, and depending on what he's offering, um, you know, the weight loss thing may or may not be as important, but the financial thing, you definitely need to have your shit together before you depend on somebody, and then they turn out to potentially not be what you thought they were. I hope that helps. So I just told you two different answers that oppose each other, but I basically support what you're doing right now because I think it's smart. Better be safe than sorry. But I don't want you to think that somehow or another you're not worthy of love just because you haven't lost the weight that you want to lose yet. So that's my point. And that's the only gripe I have with that. So again, it's dual purpose. VN $5. I thank you. And another emoji thing, that where did you get the man? YouTube be letting y'all get off with some stuff. I appreciate that. Thank you, VN. Um, VN showing a lot of love. Queta 2. Shout out for Queta. Quita, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Love and respect. Quita 2 gave me $2, $1.99. I appreciate the super chat. My wife just texted me because sometimes YouTube doesn't show me all of the people who showing love. Somebody said, is it normal for an ex you work with to stare at you but won't talk to you? He also hides when he sees me. Yeah, it's normal. It's awkward. He probably has some issues with you potentially moving on or talking to other guys on the job. It's always irritating to have somebody watching you all the time. But if he's not over you and he has feelings for you, and you probably clearly have feelings for him because you're asking a question about him and you're talking about him, when you should just be indifferent. Yeah, it's very normal for exes to do this, to pretend not to see each other and stare at each other and stalk each other's Instagram pages and look at each other at work from across the room. Very, very normal. Steffi to Jada Tejada, Steffi Tejada says, is it okay to give a guy my phone number? I want a relationship. He's a patient at work, difficult setting. Yeah, you can give a guy your phone number. I don't know what the work rules are about potentially dating a patient. Probably not the best. But as far as a personal level, man, I used to get phone numbers and give phone numbers as a sport at my job when I was very young. I was the champion. You couldn't come into my job without giving me your phone number if you was fine at one point. I wasn't a creep though. I never took nothing from a woman. I never used a woman for a body, but I like the sport of approaching women and kind of getting that fear and that anxiety out of me and getting used to that rejection. So as 17, 18, 16, I would approach every woman that walked past me if she was looking good. So I'm the wrong one to ask if you should do that at work, because damn it, I was the king of fraternizing at work. Is fraternizing the right word? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so you can give him your number if you're feeling like he's open to it or receptive to it. But just protect your job. And then also offset that, because that's an aggressive move. That's a first step move. You want to offset you giving him your number by then backing away and let him come to you. If he doesn't come to you or start doing the work from that point, you give him the number. I get it. You approached him or you did whatever you had to do to make the first move, but you do nothing after that, because if you've started the move with giving him your number, and most people say you never came up to a guy. I don't care what these dating rules are. Look, you got one life to live, but you don't want to be kissing a man's ass, because you're going to end up chasing him if you give him your number and then you try to make the contact. Because if he has the number and he wants to call you, he's going to call you or he's going to text you. If he doesn't make first move on texting you, calling you, contacting you, and then start working from there, then you just leave his ass alone. If he doesn't take the hint, leave him alone. Don't keep coming forward. Um, but yeah, difficult setting. I know. I used to work at the hospital. I get numbers there too. Environmental services. That was young Kevin. That was my first job with benefits was environmental services at a hospital. Um, Thoughts on a spouse who refuses marriage counseling, please. Ugh. If your spouse refuses marriage counseling and it's not for financial reasons, and I don't think that that's even a good idea, to be quite honest. But if you found a marriage counselor, if you found a resource and you have it within your means to get marriage counseling, and he refuses marriage counseling and also refuses to make adjustments, he also refuses to evolve. He also refuses to work with you. Then there's almost nothing to salvage. So like you can only fix a relationship if there are two willing participants. If they're not two willing participants, then there's almost no reason to. There's nothing to salvage. You can stick around for 8 more years, or 10 more years, or 6 more years, or 2 more years. I speak to a lot of people who are leaving loveless relationships, and I say, well, when did you first know that you wanted to leave? And they say 8 years ago. Um, he refused counseling 8 years ago, or he stopped trying 8 years ago. And I thought it would get better, so I stayed. And then and 2 years ago, I got pregnant again, or 2 years ago, he cheated on me again, or so just because you've been with a person doesn't mean you need to stay with that person. But at the same time, a relationship, a marriage specifically, it needs your all. Like, you need to try to fight for it, but you can't fight by yourself. So when two people are fighting for the marriage, there is potential there, and there's hope. When one person is fighting, after about a year or two of you trying to fight it out, and he just not cooperating, it's because he doesn't want any resolution. He doesn't want to show that he's interested. He just wants you to go away because he resents you a little bit too much to work with you. So it looks like, if he's refusing marriage counseling, and he's also refusing any attempts to try himself to resolve it before marriage counseling, because some people are too prideful. I don't want to talk to a shrink. I don't need no shrink. I don't need no doctor. I don't need no stupid counselor. All you want to do is give him money, sit on their couch, and go, bro. Like, I get it. But he needs to be doing a lot of work by himself, and with you, and having a lot of conversations and open lines of communication if he's going to refuse marriage counseling. So if he's not doing the work on the back end and he's refusing the marriage counseling on the front end, then there might not be a lot for you to salvage in the first place. I hope that helps. Mm-hmm. Someone said, a man will do what we allow. Ladies got to raise our standards. He will reach them if we set them, if he wants to. Absolutely. Men do whatever it takes to get women. Men buy nice cars because they like nice cars, but as clueless as a woman might be sometimes, and I'm not trying to be sexist, but a lot of times women don't know about horsepower or torque, or all of this shit that creates a badass car, like a supercar. They still like to sit in a really nice car. They know a $300,000 car from a $40,000 car. So men get rich and they buy nice cars, right? Men don't necessarily care about big giant ass houses because we're simple. And men can live in one room in an apartment by themselves. Really, men buy nice houses because it impresses women and because it impresses people around them. So it's all that to say that whether it's material or whatever it is, men do what is required of women. Um, a lot of women don't require much, and so they don't get much. The culture of love right now is a bunch of women chasing a bunch of men, because they either have resources that are rare, or they seem to be a rare commodity themselves. Whether they're handsome or tall, or high paid, or real strong leaders. Whatever a man might possess, women set the standard for men. And if women don't set a standard at the individual level, and she's just happy that she got the man with the resources, or with the traits that she wanted, she usually sets herself up to get screwed. So you should always have a standard, and you should always be setting a standard, no matter what that man possesses, or how much money he has, or how tall he is, or how many women want him. Stop looking at him like he's the trophy, and you're just holding the trophy when the trophy might not be doing a damn thing for you. We all know trophies sit on mantles, but they don't serve anyone. And sometimes that's how y'all are with these guys. You go get the trophy, the guy, he's got the stuff, but he's not serving you. He's not doing anything for you. He's just there with the stuff. And your quest to get him and the stuff, and not even from a material basis, just from a sense of security, you almost require nothing of him because he has this stuff, and he just stands there like a trophy husband, or a trophy man, but he serves no one. And I don't think that those types of guys have the capability of being what women really are wanting, even though they get all the women sometimes. And not, no shade, but it's just like that. I talk to a lot of people. Uh, Advice for single Christian moms dating today. A lot of guys have issues with being celibate, but I'm going to continue to wait on God. His timing is always perfect. Yeah, at least a lot of guys have, um, issues with being celibate. Uh, uh, a lot of guys, hold on, okay, a lot of guys have, issues with being celibate. I'm just trying to kick somebody out this bitch real quick. Forgive me. Uh, so a lot of people have issues with being celibate, and so I get that. But at the same time, you're looking for a very specific type of person. You're looking for a person that has a lot more in common with you. And so that seems to be a cue for you that this might be the wrong type of person. You're looking for somebody with the same morals and values as you. And if you can't find that, then don't look down at yourself for that. Just try to continue the search. You're gonna go through a lot of people, because the higher your standards are for celibacy, the smaller your dating pool gets, but the more elite it gets as well, because the people that are in the same dating pool as you, the people that are very serious about celibacy, are generally as committed to their faith as you might be. And I think unless you want somebody to pull you backwards, it would be a good idea. Not necessarily to just wait on God, but to do the work by going on as many dates with Christian men who are eligible bachelors as possible, and just keeping up the consistency and the effort to find somebody. Quitting and sitting in your house is not necessarily the best way of waiting on God, but going on dates, continuing to meet people, continuing to mingle, putting yourself in those positions. That's the way that you wait on God. You do some work and you let God do what you do what you can do, and God to do what you can't do. But so yeah, just continue to work on it. But it can be a little bit tough when you start talking about long-term celibacy. Jay Lynn, I appreciate your $2 super chat. Love and respect to you. All right. Somebody say you don't get on my nerves for keeping it 100. I appreciate that, because sometimes I get on my nerves. I got an honesty problem. I tell my wife that all the time, and she knows. Sometimes I would like to be diplomatic, and most of the time I am a diplomat, but sometimes, man, shit just needs to be said. Somebody said my boyfriend is 45 and I'm 36. In June will be our 1 year anniversary, but I decided he hasn't proposed by a year and 2 months, then I'm going to dump him. Is that too harsh? I think that could. Does he know about this? Does he know about this 1 year and 2 months thing? Does he have? Did he make a promise or something? I think there's a lot there, but 1 year and 2 months could be quite hasty if he doesn't know it's coming and he didn't know he was on that type of time constraint. A lot of couples date for a few years before that comes up. Maybe he has a different idea about relationships. I don't know what his beliefs are. You didn't share any of those, so and I don't know what kind of conversations y'all had around what your expectation was. So if he knows about it and he knows that's what you want, and he's just gonna try to play with you and test that limit, then yeah, do what you got to do. But if he doesn't and it's gonna blindside him, then it could be beneficial for you to have a few conversations about what you're looking for before you just up and dump him. Hope that helps. Let me see. Somebody said rare soul. Cindy, fuck him. Gosh, I ain't gonna get no paper for this video. YouTube, I'm like unmonetized. Somebody said, Cindy, F him. You don't deserve to be blocked. Move on to better. Love yourself first. Absolutely. You got blocked by YouTube because you said a bad word. They don't like the F word at all. Now they, I'm with you. But yeah, if brother block you, leave him alone. Who cares? Somebody said, example, a coworker say he want, say, hey, what are you up to? Me reading a book, take heed to stuff like that. Okay, y'all having a conversation. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But thank you for supporting each other in the comment section. And that's what the Wise Sisterhood gonna be about. As people getting the game, getting the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, and then ultimately going out and being able to be proficient in the things that they know, and take them on as second nature, so that they become the voices in their communities. They maybe start YouTubes. They maybe help women out of situations in their lives, or in other capacities. I want to build a culture around this stuff, so that you don't have to. So many people complain about, I'm tired of men telling da 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 da. Well, what? That's perfect. Fine. Well, I'll try to build a community of women that know enough, and that have enough wisdom, knowledge, and understanding about men, that they can go and teach you. And so you don't have to complain about a man, capital MAN, a dirty man teaching you about anything because you got it from a woman. Uh, oh yeah, and shout out to any of y'all. Listen, I shout out to any of y'all who subscribe to the Fatherhood Village podcast. Now, obviously that's for men, mentors, males in the community that are trying to uplift them, their ideas, and get some help and some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But we do appreciate all of the love and support. People who follow me on Instagram have seen me post about the Fatherhood Village, and I think if you've watched enough of my YouTube videos, recent ones mention the Fatherhood Village. Well, we're on episode 3 right now. I think we got 4 episodes up right now at the Fatherhood Village. We're still trying to find our voices. A podcast and a radio show are different than a YouTube channel. So, it takes a while to kind of get the momentum and get your voices in place. But I think that we're developing at a swift enough pace that in the next few episodes, or maybe the next 10 episodes, we'll be running a lot more smoothly, and more proud of the product. But I think we giving a lot of great content. It's just that, you gotta figure out your delivery. It took like 25 YouTube videos for me to figure out the way, or which part of my personality I wanted running my message, right? Because we are a lot of different things. So with that said, I got a few messages to respond to. First of all, Veronica Cabos, I'm surprised you don't get more super chats, Kevin. You're a blessing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, a lot of people don't got it in their pocket, and I completely understand. I don't necessarily do the lives for the super chats, but it helps. It pays for the time, because I generally say the F word at some point during the super chat, because I'm just not the most holy roly person in the world, and I say what I like. That's why I'm a little bit rebellious, as you can tell. But if people don't have super chat money, I'm still trying to get to their questions, because I love and respect them, and I'm glad that they're giving me their time. But if you want to support me and you don't have money for a super chat, go to my Fatherhood Village podcast. Show love over there. Share my my STD home testing thing, because it helps people and it would help me. You can go to Patreon when you get a couple dollars, and put something in the hat, or to GoFundMe, or you can join my YBS Sisterhood community, or you can go buy a T-shirt at my Teespring store with the coupon code KEV10 to get 10% off before March 31st. There's a lot of ways to support, but most of all, if you don't have $1 in your pocket, but you just share my videos, you've done enough for me. So I love you and respect you if you can just do that. If people say, "Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. You've helped me. You changed my life." Share my videos. "Oh my God, you're so wonderful. You're such a blessing." Share my videos. "Oh my God, this was such a good point." Share my videos. "I agree with this completely, Kev. You be spot on." Share my videos. That's all I want you to do, is share my videos. I appreciate you though. Love and respect. Man, this caffeine got me tripping. Hold on, I need some more tea. Blah. I know y'all like, damn, he talks slow in his videos. He talked fast on that super chat. I'm hyped up right now. This caffeine is a lot. Yaz how you doing, Yaz? First of all, thank you for your $49 super chat, Yaz. You one of my favorite people. You always one of my favorite people. She said, "Thank you for being the only man dating coach who provides A+ advice to women who are celibate. That is all." Oh man, I appreciate you, Yaz. You one of my favorite people in the world. Yaz is she's probably the most intelligent person that I know. She at least top 3. There are 3 people. I don't want to put everybody's business out, but they're like 3 or 4 people that have mind-blowing intelligence that I talk to, and I'm just so honored to be somebody that they trust, and have and give them insight, because I think they're far more superior mentally than I am, and it can be very intimidating dealing with people who are on that intellectual level, and intelligence level, and to think that for some reason or another they respect me is very flattering. So thank you, Yaz. I appreciate that. Somebody said, "Hey Kev, I'm trying to go no contact post breakup with my guy. 2 weeks now. I'm ready to end it because I miss him and I want to talk about some things. Thoughts? I just want him to step up and take us more serious." Well, have you expressed that before you went no contact? Does he know why you're going no contact? If you just come back to him, he didn't learn any lessons because you didn't express any needs before you went away. Um, and my wife is texting me a bunch of things I gotta get to because they super chats as well. But yeah, if you didn't express any needs before you stopped talking to him and you just went silent, it looks more like a temper tantrum than no context. So make sure you're very communicative, if that's a word, before you go no contact, because it just looks like a temper tantrum if you didn't express exactly what needs to change if and when you come back. Um, Akila Smith, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Um, Akila Smith, I think again she might have gave me $2 super chats. So just in case you did, I appreciate you. Um, and Akila Smith with the $10 super chat. She done jumped into it. I appreciate you. She done hit me with the gold badge. She gave me two blue badges. Now it's a gold badge. She said I lent him almost $9. $9, $900. He showed me that he didn't want me. Thought being nice would make him change my B-Day pass and not even a car. How do I walk away and stay away? I need to start doing better. So you just gave yourself advice. You need to walk away. You need to stay away. You need to never talk to the brother again. He's a user. And he seems to be a scrub. If you're lending a man money, are you paying for his services? Like, what is he, an escort at that point? Like, and not to make fun, but in a way, yes, a little bit, because sometimes we pay for people's presence in our lives, and we try to show people that we're valuable enough that we can add to their life, and we do that by jumping right into a relationship with somebody or right into a situationship with a person that isn't even worthy of our time, and we do things to prove that we can fit into their lives and enrich it. The problem is when you start to enrich a man's life when he has no plan on enriching yours, you ultimately end up resenting him because you do favors that are unreciprocated. He didn't even care to get you a $2 birthday card from the local Dollar Tree, or a dollar birthday card from the local Dollar Tree, but you've given him $900. Um, I mention tricking off a lot, and people get a kick out of that because it's an old school term. But tricking off being, you paying for somebody's attention and somebody's affections. And I've made my tricking off mistakes as a young man. But sometimes it creates the air around us that we're no good unless we're providing something, and you start to feel like, oh, I gotta be useful. What else can I do if you ain't got no money in your pocket? You're trying to give him rides, your car's messed up, you're trying to give him back massage, you're kissing his ass, you give him some butt, whatever you got to do to make yourself useful, and you turn into an employee and not a spouse and not a partner and not a teammate. And so never start giving men money, especially if a man is not, you're not in love with a man, y'all not in a stable, committed, long-term relationship. You don't got no business giving him $900 for many reasons. The first of which being, when you're dating a person, you're supposed to be dating a person based on their qualifications to fit into your life and to enrich your life, as you should be theirs. If a man is so broke that you have to give him $900 when you first start, and he's not doing enough to get himself out of the hole, and y'all not in a committed relationship, because I've been broke when I was 19. Damn it, 2006 was I two? Yeah, 19 through 2006 was the worst year of my life. I was super broke, and my girlfriend at the time, she didn't give me $900, but she was very helpful. Gas money, stuff like that. And shit, I didn't have nothing. I think I walked off a job that I was being harassed on some really overt racist stuff, and it was a terrible year, 2006. So I've been the broke guy before, but I wasn't give me $900 broke. I was just, hey, I need $15 for gas if you want me to come over there tonight, broke. Even so, as a man now, I wouldn't take money from a woman, but those are the growing pains, and those are that's the maturation process for everybody. But when you are giving a man large sums of money like that, and you're not paying enough attention to his need and his desire to build a better life for himself. Like when I was super broke, I was working 2 and 3 jobs. I had got 2 or 3 shitty jobs. I was working hard. I was working hard as hell to be poor. I wasn't just sitting on my ass. I was climbing out of that gutter. And so if he's getting all his money from you, then when does he have time to climb himself out of that gutter? And is he climbing himself out of that gutter? When you're dating a person, it's an audition. It's a series of interviews, and that whole process is so. Like, say you're dating a guy for 60 days. That 60 days isn't so you can prove that you're great enough for them. That 60 days is so they can also prove that they're great enough for you. And if he doesn't have the resiliency, if he doesn't have the endurance, if he doesn't have the drive, the motivation, the inspiration, um, to get himself out of some shit to the point that he's borrowing $900, and you may or may not even get it back, that can be problematic. Now, if you was in a real relationship with this man, you was in love with him, y'all had been together, and y'all was supporting each other, and that was just the relationship, and he fell on hard times or he needed something and he could give you your money right back, that's one thing. But it looks like he was just too broke to pay attention, and you gave him the money and solved the problem for him. You don't know if he has the resiliency in life to solve problems. If you do end up marrying a guy like that, when shit goes down, when you're losing your house, when your mortgage is overdue, when the car payment's late, when you're hiding it from repo men like I was in 06, I would hide my damn Mustang in the Target parking lot behind the bushes. Man, 06 was rough. But when you are solving a man's problems and his desire isn't to solve his own problems, then you can really create an issue for yourself in the long run and in the future, by picking up a scraggler and a scrub when you needed a king, when you needed a real man, when you needed a warrior. You done picked up a scrub. And so let a man get himself out of shit like that, especially before you are in a committed relationship where he's satiating every other need for you, where he's showing you love, where he's making you feel important, where he's supporting you mentally, emotionally, and protecting you physically. When you feel secure in who you are and what he wants for you in your life, when y'all building together, that's when you can support each other because you're a team at that point. But you're not a team when you just come in and trying to date a man and then you start solving his problems for you. You're an employee. And he's probably screwing other women, to be quite honest. He's not giving you a birthday card. He didn't even care enough to pretend like you're important enough. Like he's lazy or he's busy with other women, but he's not the man that should be getting $900 from you. I hope that helps. And I don't mean to, again, make light of your situation. This caffeine just got me like, ugh. I think I'm caffeine sensitive, y'all. I can only really drink caffeine before I go to the gym. If I'm not going to the gym, I don't need to be having no caffeine. Cindy said, oh, I'm sorry, Cindy, love and respect to you. $5 super chat. Cindy said, okay, Akila Smith said, hold on, Cindy. Akila Smith said it was 2. I lent him 500 and then 350. Oh, he took 2 loans out. It worked. He got a janky car and he was trying to get custody of his son. Lawyer fees are too high, but he doesn't care. Yeah, he got too much shit going on. He needs to get his shit together, and then he needs to add that to somebody else's life. He's just too broke. And he got too many life issues. Let that brother sort some shit out before he gets it. He's just like that lady, not really just like her. He should be like her, who said, "Hey, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get my shit together financially. I'm turning guys down because I want to be stable." That's what he needs to be doing instead of borrowing all your money. Cindy said, "How do you get over the possibility of your ex treating his next girlfriend better? Would be demoralizing to know he didn't care enough to make an effort with me." Well, you understand something, this Cindy, love and respect for your super chat. Thank you. Men generally treat the new girlfriend very well because she's new. She's a shiny new toy. I don't care what I get. The new thing that I get, and we all like this, so it's not a man thing, it's a people thing. The new thing that you get, you protect with your life. If I buy a new pair of shoes right now, my wife laughs at me so hard because she'll buy me a new pair of shoes and I won't wear them for 2 years. I got 2 pair, maybe 3 pairs of shoes I've never, 3. At the moment, I have maybe 3 pairs of shoes I've never worn. I got some busted shoes I wear to work. I got some busted shoes I don't like that I wear to the gym. They okay enough for the gym. Then I got like 2 clean pair of shoes that I might wear if I had to go out in public because I don't like wearing nasty looking shoes in public. I like to look clean, like I just got out the shower. I don't need to be fresh because I look good. I'm tall. I got nice, decent physique, so I don't need to spend all my money on clothes. But I don't wear cheap shit. But I like to look clean. I don't need to look fresh like I got the best clothes on. I don't give a damn about that. But I do like a nice pair of shoes. But my wife will laugh at me because I won't wear my new pair of shoes for quite some time. Like I'm protecting them. Like I don't want to mess them up, so I won't even put them on my feet. I got some Jordans. I got some boots. I got some Air Max I ain't touched, and I probably won't touch for many months, many years. I had my Jordans for like 5 years. I ain't worn them yet. I got them for Christmas when we first bought this house. Anyway, my point is this: people protect the new thing in their life in a far more superior way than they protect anything used. Um, uh, the shoes that I wear on a day-to-day basis, I don't care if my 5-year-old steps on them at the grocery store. It doesn't bother me because they're old shoes. I don't care if my old shirt gets ripped or it gets a stain on it. But if I just pop the tag and I get a stain on it, I'm pissed. I'm upset. Everything new gets temporary reverence and honor that is not bestowed upon an older item or an older thing or an older presence in a person's life. So you have to understand he's going to treat his next girlfriend better because she's going to be new and shiny. And he's still going to be trying to impress her, and the honeymoon phase will provide him enough motivation to treat her better. But if he's not shit, he'll eventually start treating her like he treated you, like shit. So she'll ultimately get it, but we shouldn't wish that on anybody because we had a negative experience with somebody. We should appreciate that they're out of our lives and that they're no longer our problem. But we shouldn't wish the negative on somebody else because you want to be on a better side of karma. You want to be on a righteous side of history and karma when you meet your next man. Excuse me. So he's probably going to treat her better. But that shouldn't make you feel anything because you should be finding somebody better and be better because he's out of your life. I'm gonna drink some of this. Hold on. Okay. Um. Somebody. Pink Kisses says I'm 32. He is 34. Lives at home. Been together for 6 months. When should we live together? Y'all been. Hell, I'm not the one to talk. I think I moved in with my wife after 6 months. Hell, she was spending the night every day after 3 months. So I think we got an apartment when my lease was up. When my lease was up at another place after about 6 months. So I'm not the one to talk. I can only tell you what I did. 6 months was enough for me because I'm always sure what I want. But if you're sure and he's sure, then it's time. But there's some Christian folk in it, you're not married, shacking up, blah, 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 blah. Shacking up is not in the Bible. You go find that quote if you want to. It is not there. I read the Bible a few times. Shacking up ain't there. That's a fence law. God gave us 10 commandments. Men made up 3,000 to keep the 10. That's made up. Anyway, that's probably pissed a bunch of people off. No offense to those people, but it's the truth. Uh, if any man added to or take it away from his word, let him be accursed. A lot of people are accursed. Ebony Taylor, $10. Love and respect you. Thank you for the super chat, Queen. I appreciate it. No question. If you got a question and somebody notices it, my wife notices it, she'll definitely send it to me. Barbara Skurlock. She said, I watched a lot of your videos. They're so helpful. I really have a different perspective and a different mindset on a lot of things now. I'm appreciative that you watched my videos, giving me a chance, and I'm thankful that I've been able to help you. I feel blessed that I've been able to provide a different perspective to as many people as I have. I just started this channel because I was passionate about a lot of things I was witnessing from not only the women in my family, but the women I've been friends with throughout the years. And I never really realized that I could affect so many people. And so now I'm extremely passionate about it. I want to do it, for a living. Just totally. I don't want to go to work no more. So sometimes going to work is a difficult task. Staying motivated to keep going is a difficult task, but until that private healthcare is covered, I'm gonna have to go to work. So I'm trying to build businesses around different opportunities that I have in my life, so that I can do this full time. So I can give back full time. I would love to do this for 40 hours a week. I could imagine I could help so many more people. I could give more free advice. I could support people in a lot of different ways if this was the way I made my money. And anybody wants to support that dream, that goal, that aspiration, you can join the YBSY sisterhood. Every sign up gets me one step closer to not having to go to work and being able to do more YouTube videos, help more people for free, do more pro bono work, give out more consultations, do more giveaways, things like that. But I don't have the time to give. I can't split myself in two. So I need support on some of these projects in that way. in a year or two or 6 months, depending on how fast my signups go, I can put my job down and I can pick this up full time. So if you're one of those people who want this to be available to more people, you can affect that by joining my YBSY Sisterhood or contributing in all the other ways by buying T-shirts, ordering consultations. Hit my Patreon, whatever you want to do. Again, Patreon subscribers that are giving $10 or more already are grandfathered into the YBSY Sisterhood. So I'll get with y'all very soon about how to get into that. But I can send you an invite on the live tomorrow because it's invitation only, and I will give you the link to that personally. So if you are already a Patreon of $10 or more, DM me. Just put the word Patreon of $10 or more, and I will send you the link personally, so that way you don't miss the debut of the YBSY Sisterhood live session, where I introduce myself to everybody and introduce the program. They already know who I am. But so if you're a Patreon, you're already giving $10. Just send me a DM in Instagram, Patreon 10, and I'll make sure that I give you the link through Instagram so that you can join in on our private live. Aesthetic Fetish. That is a really cool name, Aesthetic Fetish. Love and respect to you. Gave me a $10 super chat. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much. Relo IG. Hey, Kev, my question is, should I move in with my guy I've been with almost 4 years, even though I've never met his friends and family? Shit, has he seen his friends and family for the last 4 years? How has he quarantined you and compartmentalized you to such a degree that in 4 years you've never met anybody that loves him? That is a weird scenario. I'm not sure how often you see him and why you've been quarantined from the rest of his life, but that is definitely a little bit concerning. I don't know why it should be concerning. Some people just don't have the same idea and the reverence around meeting their special people. So I don't know what his motivation is, but I know that's weird as hell that you haven't spent enough time around him that you've crossed paths with any people that are important to him outside of yourself. I think that's different. So that might be something that you consider. Ask him about why that is. I'm sure you probably had that conversation, but if it sounds like bullshit, I don't know. Get a temporary lease, see how that shit works out. Do a month to month. It might not be as stable as we like to think it is. I'm gonna drink some of this tea. Passion fruit. All right. I'm gonna go all the way back down to the bottom. Oh wow. Okay. You see that? Yeah. Okay. Look, my wife. I seen that. Pretty girl. I seen that right before you deleted it. That was a rough one. Somebody got somebody different. Somebody in here clowning. At least I haven't gotten to go back to Africa that I normally get by now. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. Somebody probably already said it. Pretty girl probably deleted it, but I usually get a N-word go back to Africa. A few of those actually. Those people don't exist in real life. Like nobody's ever tried me like that in real life. It's just these people on the internet are funny. Yeah, I'm gonna block flute musician. Let me see. I'm gonna try to block flute musician because that brother's got some problems. He's got some problems. We're gonna do that. Hold on, I'm blocking this dude he's got some issues. Yeah, he's got some damn issues. There you go. Boom. Got it. All right. Let me dig into this. Somebody sounds like a narcissist. Somebody's giving vitamin CoQ10 stuff. Okay, somebody said, hold on, they're blocked. So they did not block my wife, but by YouTube. So I got to read it before I say it. Oh, okay. Somebody said, should I be concerned? Been dating this guy for only 45 days or so. I'm 90% sure he's my husband. Sex on the first date. I heard from his family that he wants to propose. Is this crazy or not? I think it's a little different to want to marry somebody after 45 days, but um, yeah, to each his own. I've heard people marrying after 6 weeks and been straight, but I've also heard of people trying to figure out who the hell they married after 4 or 5 days of being married, and a lot of celebrities jump into that. So I guess that's one of those judgment calls you got to make for yourself. But I think it's a little bit rushed. If he wants to propose, hell, at least spend about another month together. Figure that shit out first. Figure out if you have the same goals, dreams, ambitions, life plans, work ethics. A lot of things that y'all don't know about each other because y'all just meeting each other in the dating session, in the dating setting, and you're not witnessing each other's flaws. You need to know somebody's flaws before you commit to them because you may not be able to commit to those same flaws. You got to love a whole person, not just the convenient parts of them. FA, $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Uh, Damn. Well, yeah, super chat still up there. She dropped that thing like 30 minutes ago. Boy, YouTube, make sure you show love to people who put the paper up. I appreciate YouTube for that. But FA, love and respect to you for your $5 super chat. She said, "Thank you for giving us your time and energy and advice. Your advice helped put me in a place where I now have a budding relationship on the horizon. I'm glad that I was able to help you. I feel very blessed that I was the vessel used to provide you the light and provide light to dark places. I'm just extremely fulfilled in what I'm doing right now, and I think it's because I'm doing it from a place of passion. Like Sam Rodriguez just mentioned, hey, hell yeah, love your passion. I appreciate that. But when you're passionate about something and you're operating in your spiritual purpose, it comes very naturally to you. You don't have to. It's not a labor. It's not an intensive labor situation. I call this a labor of love because sometimes things get really heavy. And if I didn't love what I do, then, I would opt not to have a couple of conversations that I've had to have, and I would always welcome any help I can give anybody. So, I'm proud that I've had these conversations. Some of them are very hard, and some people have a very cavalier idea of what male relationship experts encounter with women. They think we just on the phone telling women, "Nah, don't date this guy. He's an asshole," or whatever the hell. I don't know what the hell they think we tell them, but I know there's a complete disrespect for guys who may be giving women advice on YouTube or wherever they might give. Um, Wherever they might give advice, but for the people who are doing it for the right reasons, from a spiritual place, uh, I don't, I don't, I don't think that it could ever be understood how fulfilling it is to be operating completely in your spiritual purpose and it being blessed for it. Um, there's nothing like it. Like I'm at the moment, I'm living my dream outside of having to go to work for 40 hours a month or 40 hours a week. So when I can get rid of that, I don't know how life could get any better because I have a wonderful family. And besides just having to go to work and do something that it leaves me a little bit unfulfilled for 40 hours when I want to be doing this for more time. Now that can be frustrating, but I'm operating in my purpose and I'm passionate about it. And I would do this for free if I had enough money to not need, any resources. I would still be doing this for free. Yeah, that flute brother got some problems. He got some issues. Um, Yeah, somebody said, "How long should I take?" Vania Thomas. I don't know when you dropped this super chat, and I hope you're still watching. I appreciate you had to wait. I'm sorry you had to wait. She said, "How long should I take a break from dating? I'm 31." Um, it depends on what you encounter and why you are taking a break from dating. So if you've encountered a lot of disappointment, if you just coming out of a breakup and you're not in a stable place where your self-esteem is not in a strong enough place where if you were rejected you'd still be healthy emotionally, then you should take a break until you regain your emotional health. You should take a break if your self-concept and self-esteem is contingent on somebody else validating it and confirming who you are to you. Self-esteem, self-concept, all those. Self is the key word there. So if you aren't sure of who you are and what value you possess and what worth you possess and what you offer to the world, if that's not intact, then you should take a break until you get to that point, until where you're not looking for the validation of a particular person, or a particular person doesn't have the power to give you uh, validation or confirmation that then he can take away and destroy you with, right? Some, it's like God giveth and he taketh away. Well, people are the same, and they give it validation and confirmation and all of these great ideas, and then when you piss them off, they take them all away. And if you're not stable enough to know those things about yourself before that happens, somebody can take your self-esteem with them. And that's what I would be afraid of the most. So until you have that self-esteem intact, until you know who you are, uh, you should probably take a break from dating. Like, take from me, for instance, and I talk about myself a lot. Maybe I'm a narcissist, but I don't know. I like me. I don't give a fuck. Somebody said, I get insulted quite a bit, right? I'm a male dating person. I get called sexist, toxic man. I get called pick something. I get called. I've been called everything in the book. By people in the comment section who have no real face, who would never approach me like that in person because there will be an assault. Usually, it's a guy coming into the comment section who think it's funny, but like, I would really hurt one of these guys in person. I ain't gonna wish it, but it would be entertaining. Caffeine, forgive me. The damn caffeine is getting to a brother right now. But the point is this: nobody tells me who I am. Nobody can tell me what I'm made of. Nobody dictates to me how I feel about myself. Whether it's a disgruntled woman who disagrees with my assessment on her sexual preferences, or whether it's a guy who's just in the comment section who prefers to use women and calls me a simp because I respect women and I have a reverence for women of value. Not all women, and bitches and hoes do exist. We're going to be clear about that. I respect women, and I respect everybody to a certain degree, but to pretend like every woman is great just because she has a vagina is ridiculous. There are horrible people in the world, men and women. And so I respect people in the way that they should be respected for who they are. I treat people how they deserve to be treated. That's just the bottom line. But I don't get rough on a woman. I would never do that. But the point is this: when whether it's a disgruntled, disrespectful woman telling me about myself because she didn't like what I said in the video, or whether it's a guy coming in the video who thinks screwing all the women possible and disrespecting them is the way that a man asserts his masculinity, cussing me out, telling me I'm nothing. Look at your teeth crooked. You should get braces before you give advice. Or are you gay? Or are you a simp? Or are you a toxic man? You toxic masculinity. Like, I've heard all kind of insults. I don't know. I get insulted maybe 100 times a month. Or go back to Africa N-word. Like, what? Or toxic or flute guy in here talking about what he wants to do with a flute. Like, I get that all the time. Nobody dictates to me how I feel about myself. Like, it doesn't even change my mood when I get insulted. I just remove the comment. I nothing it. Like, I'm completely disengaged with any negativity because I know who I am and I know what my purpose is and I know what I intend to do. So you have to get to that point before you start dating. Vienna Thomas, thanks for your $2 super chat. I'm gonna get off of here at 12:10. Okay, so I got 8 more minutes. I'm gonna try to dig into some stuff, and I'm gonna get out of here again. YBSY Sisterhood, $10 a month, extra lives, extra videos, extra lectures, book club, personal worksheets, step by step action plans to fix the issues in your life. Deeper videos, more intense breakdowns. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of value going to be provided in that. There's an ebook that's going to be coming out pretty soon that you'll have to get in that community or associated with that community. There are going to be quizzes and all the kind of things to make sure that you're becoming your best self, and it's focused on life and love advice. So life advice and life coaching as it pertains to and as it relates to how you enter a loving relationship. So it's going to be a lot there. Check that out. Also, Teespring, 10% off code Kev10 gives you 10% off of anything in my Teespring store up until March 31st. Letsgetchecked.com. If you know anybody who needs to look at or realize that at home STD and STI testing is available, I put an advertisement for it on my Instagram about 2 days ago. Almost nobody engaged with it because everybody's afraid to even show that they seen a message about STDs. It's kind of weird how people treat that. If it was a damn cat video or two bums fighting over a chicken sandwich at a Popeyes restaurant, or if it was a damn a person singing a national anthem in the middle of nowhere and they was doing a good job, it'd be a million views on it. You share some shit about being safe, knowing your status, and hey, people ain't got nothing to say. So it's a little bit frustrating, but I'm gonna keep pressing forward. I'm gonna keep putting the word out here because people are getting HIV and AIDS every day. In fact, 1 million people a day get an STD or an STI. Think about that. 1 million people a day get an STD or an STI. So y'all can keep having unprotected sex with strangers because y'all are empowered if y'all want to. Uh, that ain't my style. And if I wasn't married, I'd still be wrapping it up pretty tight and keeping my sexual partners few and far between. I might have a maintenance woman or something, but I definitely wouldn't be out here like some of y'all are telling each other that it's a woman's prerogative to be out here. I think it's a human's prerogative to protect themselves first and enjoy themselves on the back end. And sometimes people say they do what makes them happy. Don't let's not confuse doing what makes you happy by doing what's pleasurable. Some people equate their pleasure with happiness, and that's not at all the case. A lot of people are pleasuring themselves with people and different addictions and drugs and all types of forms of entertainment that are pleasurable, but they aren't happy people. They haven't attained any joy, any contentment, any peace. Right, so they're not happy. So they're not doing what makes them happy. They're doing it what gives them pleasure, and people confuse those two all the time. But it's really important that you don't, and that you understand the difference between happiness and pleasure. Because if you're chasing pleasure, it's almost impossible to ever really be happy because you're never focused enough on who you are, your intrinsic self, to get to that place. So that's one of those longer messages that maybe I would do in the YBS sisterhood, Y sisterhood. Somebody said, what if it's a man you grew up with, like in middle school, and your families know and you have mad respect each other and the relationship is on and off? I don't care if your families know each other. Um, that is not my concern if your families know each other. If y'all can't have a healthy relationship, there's no business. You have no business dealing with a guy that is bad for you. You just have no business whatsoever dealing with a guy that's shitty for you. I don't care if you know his mama. I'm doing a video pretty soon about the relationships between the mothers of men and the girls that they choose, and I hope y'all would check that out. I think I'm batching about 5 or 10 videos this weekend, and it will be out next weekend. I'm actually releasing a video tomorrow, so if you're watching, there will be a video out tomorrow. It's the last of my first car vlog series. I will do batch 2 this weekend and get the rest of those out. Those help me keep content coming while I'm a little bit too busy to go down into my basement and my studio and like do longer, more detailed, more thought out videos. I like the deeper breakdowns, but sometimes I just got to get y'all some information. And as long as I think I can keep the quality up, I'll keep doing them. In between studio quality videos, I still won't stop my white background videos. I want to offer y'all some quality, but at the same time, I think I can give y'all quality advice even if I'm in my car getting out of the gym, because that's when I do it. I work out on Sundays, and then I have a few hours or I have about an hour to batch a few videos and answer some questions. If you ever want to get a question answered, you have to go on my Instagram and go under the picture that's explaining my car videos. I guess you can DM it too, but if you DM me about the car videos, put hashtag car video and then ask your question. That way I know to look at it, because it's a car video. Don't make no long stuff up. Don't put no essay, but just ask your question and DM, say hashtag car videos if you want to contribute to the car video conversation and maybe get a video dedicated. Let me know if you want to remain anonymous or not, because I try to respect people's privacy. If you want to remain anonymous, say that. If you want me to shout you out, say that too. I'm giving love to everybody. Let me see. Let me go down to the bottom again. Pleasure is short-lived. Happiness is forever. Absolutely. I gave up on guys, but I'm subscribed just for fun. See, look, I can dig that, and I appreciate you, keeping it real like that. Now, my YBSY sisterhood community is, no offense to you, but for women who have not given up. What I don't want is my YBSY sisterhood community full of women talking about how they gave up, how they men ain't this or that. I don't want all of that. Like, what I want, and no offense to you again, love and respect to you, but what I want is an empowered community of women who have not given up hope, who still have faith, and who are ready to do the work, because it is possible to have the life you work for, but you won't have the life you wish for when all you're doing is complaining about what you don't have and what you haven't accomplished and what hasn't been given to you and what hasn't been offered by men. Like, we all have a sad song. We all have a tragedy. We all deal with stuff. But this community is for women who have decided to fight and decided to take what they want from life. Not necessarily, and no offense to any of y'all, but not necessarily for you, the I'm sick of men or I quit type of. We not doing that in the Y Sisterhood community. We uplifting each other, and we pulling faith back into this, and we pulling self work back into this, and self actualization, and we're making corrections, and we're evolving. That's what that community is about. Again, that's www or not. YBSlove.com. I don't even think you need a www, to be quite honest. Okay, one more minute. Gotta get off here and watch some TV with my baby girl. Somebody said, is there such a thing as too much of a woman? As a 33-year-old highly sexual single mom, I get hit on a lot online and through text, but when it comes down to it, no one tries anything. Haven't been laid in a year. Sometimes you can be too overt. I remember I did a video, and I think on the thumbnail it says, "Are you scaring him?" or "Don't scare him." I think I might have a red hat on and a black shirt. You might do well to watch that video. If you talk up, if you talk up a good game, then sometimes you talk a lot of pressure into a situation that doesn't need to necessarily be pressurized in that way. Just kind of if you're looking for some sex, just be sexual, but don't necessarily be overt. All you got to do is get some alone time with a guy. Most guys are gonna try something. So I don't know. It's easy to get laid out here. I'm not sure what you're doing to not be getting laid, but I want you to be safe. I want you to know that person's status, and I want you to make sure you're protecting yourself, because I believe in that. And like I said, I told the company when they approached me about it, I said, listen, I would have did that for free. If I would have did this, I would have promoted y'all stuff for free if I knew y'all existed. But, I'll take the kickback. But, please get checked. Please know your status. Please don't put yourself in a predicament. I'm not, no more question, but I'm not taking, I've taken too many calls from women who, you expect, does this guy like me, or I'm the other woman, or, some of the usual stuff. And I've taken way too many calls that shocked me with, well, I have herpes and I don't know how to proceed, and if anybody will ever love me again, or I have AIDS and I'm not sure if I'll ever have a relationship again. It's heavy. It's not something that, it's all fun and games until it's not. And people have such a cavalier idea of the risk involved and the amount of chances they have at life to do the right thing. And we don't have that many chances. We don't have as much time as we think we do. We don't have as many chances as we think we do. And talking to those HIV clients, talking to those herpes clients, they have futures, and they can find love, and they ultimately do find love many times. But there's nothing that I can say as well as I might speak to some people. There's nothing that I can tell somebody to make them feel better about, feeling like nobody will ever love them when they have something permanent that they can't get rid of because they had a hot girl summer, or they had they were empowered and they were listening to an Amber Rose or somebody like that. Listen, let them rich women do what rich women do, but please don't go out here and try to be a Nicki Minaj or a Cardi B or a Megan Thee Stallion. Go out here and be a woman that has some decency and respect, because you're going to put yourself in a bad position messing around with these dirty ass men who sleep with any woman in the world. You got a hole, they're gonna put it in the hole. They don't give a damn who you are. And some of y'all don't realize that these men aren't protecting you. They're having sex with y'all on the first date, and they're having sex with every woman that they encounter on the first date. And so it's not just y'all. just do better. I'm gonna quit preaching about that. But letsgetchecked.com. Please go share my Instagram advertisement or my Facebook. I put it on my Facebook. Also, before I get Vienna Thomas, she said yes, thank you. I placed my validation in the men I date. Don't do that. But I shared on my personal Facebook. I'm now accepting friends on my personal Facebook. I haven't been. I've never done that. But this like a month ago, I just started hitting accept, 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 accept because I don't even really use my personal Facebook in the same way I did before. So I'll start using my personal Facebook to do a lot of promotions. But I want people on my personal Facebook who are going to share my stuff, who are supporters, right? Who are going to hit that share button, not just the like button. Listen, I'm glad people on my YouTube hitting the like button. It tells YouTube the video's good. When y'all get to my Facebook, that like button don't do a damn thing for me. Hit the share button. And I shared a video from letsgettested.com with the information about the coupon code and the information about the website. You can get your thyroid check, you can get your STI test, your STD test, you can get your blood cholesterol check, you can get your proteins and omega 3s and colon and all of that shit checked. So, and your testosterone, you can get all of that stuff checked if you're having fertility issues, all at home without having to go to the doctor's office in many cases. And sometimes they can even send you the prescription to your favorite pharmacy without even leaving the house. So uh, go on my Facebook and share that video if I accept you as a friend, or go to my Kev Hick Talks page. It's on there. Kev Hick Talks, nothing. Kev Hick Talks on Facebook. Follow that page and share anything that you see on that page. Y'all want me to be seen by more people? Y'all got to hit the share button on Facebook because Facebook is a huge avenue and I haven't really utilized it like I should. So go share, obviously, the Let's Get Checked thing just to raise some awareness, and it helps me out if people buy a test. But uh, just do the right things, man. And so if y'all wanna follow me on Facebook or add me as a friend, I'm actually accepting friend requests now. I'm not just doing nothing with them. I'm accepting them. But I can tell you, don't come up to me talking about no damn. You posted this 7 years ago. What you think now? Listen, Facebook won't let you live. Facebook won't let you grow. Facebook reminds me of shit I said 9 years ago in 2006 when I first started my Facebook page. I don't need to know how stupid I was in 2006 or what rapper I was tweeting about or Facebooking about in 2006. You know, I done cleared a lot of stuff off my Facebook. I had to go back many years, but some of y'all don't be having nothing to do, and y'all just be going back trying to find something. You gonna find something if you look back far enough. But I've always been a man of integrity and character. But like I said, I'm from the project, so I'm not the most polished person, and I damn sure wasn't polished in '06, '07 up until about 2013. I was a little bit less polished, but still every bit as decent as I am now. So if you follow me on Facebook, just let me live, do my thing. Um, anyway, follow me on Facebook, Kev Hick Talks. Go buy a t-shirt at Teespring, 10% off, Kev Hick 10, or no, Kev 10 through March 31st. I'll put some on Instagram. I'll do a swipe up feature on Instagram maybe tonight or tomorrow. Go to letsgetchecked.com, buy yourself a home health kit. I'm waiting for mine in the mail. I'm going to take my test and I'm going to share mine in a review video with y'all. Please use my coupon code KEV20 if you are interested in a home health kit. What else do I got to say? YBSLove.com, Y Sisterhood Community. Hit me on my Patreon page. Buy a consultation and still get emails while they're available because I'm cutting email advice off here pretty soon. But order a consultation or order email on girltalkwithguys.com services section. Man, with that said, man, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for listening to me ramble for damn, what's 2 hours? Shit, been talking for a minute. Hey, check the necklace out. At Bound by September on Instagram. Check my latest Instagram status. I gave her @ to a lot of people on Instagram, or to like 2 people on Instagram. This is actually solid silver. None of this is bullshit. Like this is lava rock. This is obsidian. This is tiger eye back here. This is a real stone in my I mean, she really gets down with the custom jewelry. So y'all go check her out. Bound by September. I wear this necklace quite often, so you're gonna be seeing it in other videos. And I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm just representing where my bloodline come from. And if you want a necklace like this, I don't give a damn if you're from Germany, if you're from Sweden, if you're from Australia. You can get your country on the necklace and get it designed just as you like as well. With that said, damn, I've been talking too much. Hold on, my wife sent me something else. I might have missed some people. I got to make sure I get her stuff together. Um, what if I try to apply the no contact rule to a guy that calls every day? He said he wasn't looking for a relationship. I told him I was. He still calls me every day. I never call him. If you don't want to contact somebody, stop answering the phone for him. And that is black is beautiful. The black is beautiful. Don't answer the phone for people you don't want to talk to. The bottom line, if you trying to no contact him and he won't respect it, leave him alone. Let him do his thing. He'll figure that shit out. If you want a relationship and he don't want a relationship, he's not offering you what you want. It's a waste of time dealing with him. Why hurt yourself? You're just gonna give him some and end up attached, and then you're not gonna get nothing for it. Buy promotions on Instagram. I will be promoting on Instagram. I'm about to start. Oh damn boy, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna leave. Look. Okay, so somebody said buy promotions on Instagram. I absolutely am going to be buying promotions on Facebook and Instagram. And for those of you who don't go to ybslove.com and join the Sisterhood, understand something. I am not waiting for my YouTube audience to fill up the Y Sisterhood. I'm trying to get out of my job. I'm trying to, I know I shouldn't be saying that. I'm transparent and say I don't give a damn. I want to do this full time. I know what I want to do. I want to help y'all full time. So I'm not waiting on my YouTube subscribers to fill it up. If people don't seem interested, I'm applying pressure on Facebook. I have a whole marketing campaign coming out with the ebook that I have, and with this, I got a lot of projects coming out. I will be selling these things to the world. So y'all insiders, I'm giving y'all the inside first. I'm giving y'all heads up. But I will be purchasing Facebook ads. I will pull out a whole marketing strategy around this YBSY Sisterhood, because I'm trying to get to a certain number of subscribers to replace my job. So if y'all don't get on, it will be full at some point pretty soon, and y'all just gonna be out of luck, because I don't want it to get too big to where I can't manage it and I can't give everybody their individual attention. So I'm not looking to have 170 some thousand subscribers. Not looking to even really have 20 or 10. I'm gonna every couple thousand, I'm gonna look at it, and if 2,000 people are too many to respond to and show love to, then I'm capping it at 2. I want it to be an intimate environment where everybody gets what they want from me. And so if you miss out, it's because you drug your ass too much. Because I'm definitely about to put some Facebook ads out when I release this next ebook, and it's going to be problematic if you haven't already gotten into it. I think it's going to be a big thing. So get in there, get into it before space fills up. Love y'all, respect y'all. Thank you so much for your time. I'm gonna get out with y'all later. If I can get the live stream to end it, I'm gonna hit the end button. Yeah, I'm gonna end it. I think it's ended. Is it ended? No, it ain't ended yet. Hold on, I'm gonna do it again. All right, then. Did I end